Hey Mom, Dad, on July 1st, what's my curfew?
Well, is that the day that you have Susie's party?
Yeah!
Well, then you can come home at 10 p.m.
Hey Mom, July 2nd, what's my curfew?
12 p.m.
Okay. Hey, Dad.
What?
What's my curfew on July 2nd?
1 a.m.
Alright, sounds good. Mom, Dad, what's my curfew on July 3rd?
What do you think? Midnight?
I'm okay with midnight.
Alright, Dad, on July 4th, what's my curfew?
Well, we're going to the Kid Rock concert that night, so what do you think?
Well, we're going to be out of town. So
Yeah.
you don't have to, you find some place to stay. We're not going to be home. You can stay out all night.
Alright, sounds good. July 5th, when's my curfew?
Well, you know what? You can come in at 2 a.m., but that is absolutely the latest it's going to be the whole summer because you got to start getting in earlier and getting up earlier because school is going to start soon.
Alright, that sounds good. Thank you.
No problem.
The next day at school.
So today, class, we'll be learning about graphing minutes. And as you can see, at point 1... Sydney! Is there something better you can be doing right now?
I'm planning my whole month of July. My parents set a bunch of curfews for me.
Then let's just turn that into a graphing problem.
Okay, I have different curfews on different days.
So we'll put the days of July on the x-axis and your curfew times on the y-axis.
Can I help you graph it?
Sydney, so what's your first curfew?
Well, on July 1st, I have Susie's party and my curfew is at 10 p.m.
Alright, so at the point July 1st, we're going to have a curfew time of 10 o'clock.
On July 2nd, my parents disagreed on my curfew. My mom said I had to come home at 12 a.m., but my dad said I could come home at 1 a.m. Obviously, I'm coming home at 1.
Well, that's perfect, because that's called a removable discontinuity. So, because you're going to be coming home at 1, you'll put a closed circle at 1 o'clock on the 2nd. And then at 12, you're just going to put an open circle. And then you're going to end up connecting those points.
On July 3rd, I have my date with Johnny, so my curfew's at midnight.
Alright, so at July 3rd, we're going to put a point at 12.
July 4th, my parents are out of town, and I get to sleep over Susie's because I don't want to drive home after watching the fireworks.
Alright, so at July 4th, we're going to put a dashed line. This will be an asymptote, meaning you don't have a curfew, so there's an infinite value. And then we'll end up just connecting this point and making it go to infinity.
On July 5th, I get my latest curfew of the year at 2 a.m. And then, for the rest of the summer, since school is getting closer and closer, I have to come in earlier.
Alright, so at July 5th, we're going to put a closed point at 2. And then we're going to continue the line into the right direction to show that it steadily decreases.
Now I know how to graph limits, and I organize my entire summer schedule. I guess this isn't as bad as I thought. Go math! View what we've learned. A removable discontinuity is a discontinuity that can be repaired by filling in a single point. Formally, this is a discontinuity at which limit of the function exists, but does not equal the value of the function at that point. This may be because the function does not exist at that point.
Infinite discontinuity has at least one limit that is infinity or undefined.
Finally, a jump discontinuity is a function at a point where the function has finite or unequal distance.